Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Let's see here. Now, I know that you should wear goggles when you go skiing, but how exactly do you get these over your glasses? I need to wear my glasses so I can see where I'm going. I mean, without my glasses, I could run into a tree or something, but actually, as uncoordinated as I am, I'm quite likely to run into a tree anyway. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just trying to figure out how to put goggles on over the top of your glasses, just in case I want to go skiing or something, but actually, that's not very likely anyway. No, I'm not really brave enough to strap 2 pieces of wood onto my feet and try to get myself safely down the mountain. I just don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But, I have a story about a little girl, and she does just that. She straps those skis on her feet, and she just goes flying down that mountain. This is a very interesting story. I think you'll like it. It kind of has a surprise at the end. So this is called Trouble with Trolls, and it's written by Jan Brett. Let's read that together, shall we? My name is Treva, and I have had trouble with trolls. It all happened one day in early spring when I decided to visit my cousin who lives on the other side of Mount Baldy. It takes all morning to climb up the mountain, but then I fly down the other side on my skis. My dog Tuffy and I walked up the path until we reached the place where the last of the old trees stood, and that's where the trouble with trolls began. As we walked through the trees, something scuttled by. Tuffy ran after it. I heard a yelp, and there was Tuffy caught tight in the arms of a troll. I was certain that's what he was, with his long furry tail, big ears, and 1 gold earring. The troll squealed and growled, "I want dog." Oh dear. He waggled his ears back and forth at me. Then I had an idea. Maybe I could trick this greedy troll. Go ahead, take the dog. I've got my beautiful mittens. And I reached up and warmed my ears as if I couldn't do without my mittens. The troll's eyes darted back and forth from Tuffy to my mittens, but it was too much. He had to have them. He dropped Tuffy, grabbed my mittens, and ran off. She tricked him, didn't she? She's a clever girl. I was so pleased about tricking the troll that I didn't notice that Tuffy was missing again until I came face to face with a second troll. This one was rocking with glee, his long nose buried in Tuffy's warm fur. "I got dog," he boasted. Oh my goodness, he got her dog again. I shrugged. "Oh, you can have the dog," I said. "Just don't take my favorite pom-pom hat." I fluffed it up and dusted my nose with it. The troll's eyes lit up. He snatched the hat and scurried away as fast as he could go. Look, she got her dog back again, didn't she? What a morning! I had lived on Baldy Mountain all of my life, and I had never heard of anyone ever seeing a troll. It was time to take steps. "Tuffy," I ordered, "from now on, you follow me." What I didn't know was that a third troll was sneaking up behind us. I heard a noise. Whoop! This troll had grabbed Tuffy by the tail and was pointing to a big iron pot. "Pole! Pole!" she cried. I slipped off my sweater when she wasn't looking. "Phew!" I said, "that leaves my special polar." I took a rock, put a rock down the neck of my sweater and pulled it by the arms to show how it worked. Trolls are dim, but this one was smart enough to see that my sweater was just the thing to drag her pot. She scampered away with it, and Tuffy and I listened to the bong, bong, bong of the pot bouncing down the mountain. So she got her dog back, but look, she must be cold. No sweater, no hat, no mittens. Now we could see the top of Mount Baldy. What a relief. What we didn't know was that we were walking toward double trouble. As Tuffy and I squeezed between two boulders, twin trolls jumped out. "Ha ha!" they bellowed together and pounced on Tuffy. Oh my goodness. This time I was ready. I saw their pointy little heads and knew just what to do. Off came my boots. I dangled them in the air. Imagine wanting a dog and ignoring these. Instantly, the twin trolls dropped Tuffy and leaped for my boots. As they disappeared into the distance, I looked down at Tuffy. The top of the mountain was close. "I'm not taking any more chances. I'm going to carry you the rest of the way." Each step was harder. I held Tuffy tightly and kept going. When we reached the top, all 5 trolls were waiting. Oh my goodness, she's probably got nothing left to give them. "We want dog!" they bellowed and ran toward us. In the scuffle, they got Tuffy away from me. I closed my eyes to keep back the tears. Then I knew what to do. I reached around and unbuckled my skis. I held them so the sun would sparkle on their shiny paint. I shook them so the trolls could hear their tiny bells. I waved them through the air, making a swoosh, swoosh sound. Finally, I whispered, as if it were a big secret, "I can fly with these." "Fly!" the trolls roared. "How fly?" I picked up my ski poles. I blew on my hands to warm them. "I'll need my mittens to show you." The troll with the big ears threw my mittens over. "I can't fly unless I can see," I said reluctantly. "I'll need my hat to keep the wind from blowing my hair in my eyes." The troll with the long nose tossed me my pom-pom hat. "Look," I said, shivering in the wind. "Flying is easy, but I can't do it without my sweater, and that's final." The other troll stared at the troll with my sweater. She hesitated, but then gave it to me. I put it on and positioned my skis on the snow, but even the trolls could see that my feet wouldn't fit into the bindings. "I really need those boots," I said reassuringly to the twins. Now I had everything back: my mittens, my hat, my sweater, my boots. I stood at the top of Mount Baldy ready to go. I held a piece of yarn high in the air to test the wind for flying. It was too much for those greedy trolls. "Fly, fly, fly!" they clamored. "I need you to push me." "Can't push," they cried. "Hold, dog." "Okay," I said, sighing. "I'll hold the dog." The trolls gave me one giant push. "Fly, fly, fly!" they shouted at me. As we flew down the mountain, I could hear the trolls' cries change to wails of "Dog! Dog! Dog!" And as I looked back, all I could see was a pile of trolls shoving and pushing each other furiously around in the snow, arms flying, heads bumping. Tuffy and I made it safely down the mountain, and the trolls have never been seen again. But if you travel over the top of Mount Baldy in early spring, you can see the white cotton grass waving wildly in the wind. It's all that is left from the day I had the trouble with trolls. How did you like that story? Wasn't that good? She was pretty tricky, wasn't she? She gave everything away, all her warm winter clothing, but then she got it all back, didn't she? Yeah, so when she came down the mountain, she had everything she went up the mountain with, even her dog, huh? Oh, I just like that story. So today I thought we could talk about going downhill. Now, when people say that you're going downhill, it doesn't always mean something good. Like if you know someone, it quite frequently means the situation is getting worse. Like if you know someone that's sick or might have cancer and they say that their condition is going downhill, well, that's not a good thing. It means that they're getting worse instead of better. Yeah, so going downhill could also mean that you're slipping or falling or losing control of a situation. Yeah, but you know, there's also a second meaning to going downhill, and that means that the hardest work is already done. Do you remember a while ago we read a story, quite a while ago, about the little engine that could? And remember how this little engine, she worked so hard to pull that train up over the mountain, remember? She pulled and she kept saying, I think I can, until she got up over that mountain. And then when she was up at the top, well, going downhill was the easy part. It was all smooth sailing from there. Yeah, the hard part was over. And it was just easy going. Yeah, so that's the downhill we're going to talk about. Yeah, because there's a lot of things we can do in the wintertime that go downhill that can be a lot of fun. Yeah, so let's look at my poster here and see what we have. We have skiing, and we have snowboarding, sledding, And tubing. Now, let's talk about skiing first. Have you ever been skiing before? I've been cross country, where you go across country, but I've never been downhill. No, no. And see, you don't just strap skis to your feet and then go up the chairlift and go down the mountain. Oh, no, no. You have to learn. You have to learn how to ski. Yeah, just like you had to learn how to swim, and you had to you had to learn how to ride your bike with no training wheels. You didn't just jump in the water and start swimming, right? You had to take swimming lessons. You had to learn to kick your feet and hold your breath and hold on to the float board while you tried to swim. Yeah, and you had to practice and learn how to ride your bike without training wheels. Yeah, so learning something new takes practice and determination and courage. So it only takes a couple of days to learn basic skills to go skiing, but then it can take weeks before you feel confident in skiing and going downhill. Now, for Grandma Kitty to be confident enough to go downhill on a pair of skis, it would take more than a couple of weeks. It might take more like a lifetime, or maybe never, whichever might come first. No, I just don't think that skiing is my skill. But can you imagine, for those who do like skiing and they're good at it, can you imagine the excitement of standing on top of a mountain and looking around? I'm sure it's very pretty up there, looking down over the valley. I'm sure it's quite beautiful, don't you think? And they probably feel like they're on top of the world. You know, it's wide open space, and they probably feel like they're on top of the world, and they probably have this rush of excitement getting ready to ski down that mountain. Don't you think? Let's try it. Let's pretend we're skiers on top of the mountain. So hop up off that couch. So stand up, okay? So the first thing you want to do, you want to adjust your goggles, all right? You got to make sure that your goggles are tight around your face so that the snow doesn't blow up in your face and blind you. You got to be able to see where you're going. So adjust your goggles. Now, you also have to put on your hat or your helmet, all right? For Grandma Kitty, it's probably a good idea to wear a helmet, yes. But you know, you got to have something on your head to cover your ears. Do you know why? Because the cold air will blow on your ears, and you might get an earache. Yeah, just having all that cold air blow on your ears. So you got to put your hat on and your helmet, get that all adjusted. Now grab your ski poles, okay? Now you don't need your ski poles right off. You know, it's good to have them in case you need them, but you don't want them just out to the side because they might get caught in the snow and make you fall or something. So tuck your ski poles under your arm. Okay, now crouch down. All right, all ready to go? Now what do you think you'd feel looking down that mountain? Do you think you'd be excited? You think you'd be full of adventure and ready to go? Yeah? Do you know what Grandma Kitty would think? She would be scared out of her mind. Grandma Kitty would look down that mountain and say, I gotta get myself down there safely and not hit a tree and break a leg. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, just the thought of it makes me dizzy. I think I better sit back down. Oh, no, I just don't think that skiing is meant for me. Oh, no, not at all. No. But, you know, some people are very good at skiing, and you might just be one of them. No. But see, for me, balance and I have never gotten along really well. I can't even ride a bicycle good because I don't have good balance. I'm likely to fall off a bicycle. Oh, so, okay, let's move on now. Snowboarding. Now, snowboarding is a lot like skiing, except that you only have one board instead of two, and you don't carry ski poles. Now, do you know why it's good to have one board? You got to have your skis going straight like this. And if you have two skis and they don't go straight and they go like this and they make a cross, well, you could trip over your skis and fall. That sounds like something Grandma Kitty would do. But if you only got one board, well, you don't have to keep that one board going straight. Yeah. But when you snowboard, you got to be very flexible and be able to bend and move and quick and float along with the bumps and whatnot going down that mountain. So you got to be quite flexible. So I don't think Grandma Kitty would be very good at snowboarding either. But now here's something Grandma Kitty could do. Sledding. Sledding doesn't take a lot of talent. No, you can just go up the hill and hop on your sled and go on down. It just doesn't take a lot of talent. I mean, anyone can go sledding, although Grandma Kitty did crash into a telephone pole once when she was sledding. I think that maybe Grandma Kitty is just not good at going downhill. I think for Grandma Kitty, going downhill is the first meeting where this situation is getting worse. No, I just don't think Grandma Kitty's good at going downhill. But how about tubing? Have you ever been tubing? Oh, tubing is awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Now, my grandchildren came over recently and they went to go sliding. They have a little hill at my house that they go sledding down, and they had a trail, but when they came over, we had a new layer of snow and their trail was gone. And so I told them, you're going to have to pack the trail, because have you ever tried to go sledding down the hill and there was no trail? You sit down on your sled and it sinks right down into the snow, and it just doesn't go anywhere, does it? No. So you got to pack the trail down. So I said to them, I think you're going to have to pack your trail before you can go sledding. But you know what they did? They got the tubes out. They took the tubes out, brought them up the hill, hopped on them, and those tubes just whizzed right down the hill. They didn't even have to pack a trail. The tube just went right down over the top of the snow, and they had a great time. Yeah, and there are some places where you can pay to go tubing. They have huge tubes, and you sit on your tube and you hold the rope tow, and it pulls you up to the top of the hill or the mountain. And then the trails have like bumpers on them, so you can't go off the trail. So you just sit on your tube and whew, away you go, whiz right down that mountain, right down that trail. And oh, that is just a lot of fun. Yeah, that sounds like something that Grandma Kitty could safely do. Yeah, so yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Now there are things that we need when we are playing outside in the winter, when we're going to do these downhill activities. So let's go through them here. And you tell me what sport you need them for. How about a hat? Yeah, so a hat is to, remember, to protect your ears from the cold air. And also, like in the story, to hold your hair back so it doesn't fly in your face. So what would you need the hat for? All four of them, right? That's right, yeah, all four. Now, how about mittens or gloves? Do you know the difference between mittens and gloves? Gloves have fingers. Gloves have fingers, mittens do not. So you need those to keep your hands nice and warm. So what do you need those for? All four. Right. You are good at this, yes. How about a scarf? Now a scarf, if you wrap it around your neck, it'll keep your neck warm for one thing. Plus it also keeps the snow from going down your neck and getting down your back. Oh, that's no fun when you're playing outside and you get cold snow down your back. Yeah, so a scarf will keep that from happening. So which one do you think you need the scarf for? All four again? Yes, you're right. All four. Yes, you're very good at this. I think we have a pattern going here, don't we? Oh, and a coat. You need a nice warm winter coat, right? And shiny coats are best because then the snow doesn't stick to them. So you want to have a nice warm coat to keep you warm when you're outside in the cold air. So which one would you need the coat for? All four again. Yes, like I said, we've got a pattern going here. How about the boots? What would you need the boots for? All four, right? You need them to keep your feet warm, and you could wear extra socks too, an extra pair of socks, yeah. And of course, if you're skiing, you probably would need the special ski boots to buckle into your skis, yeah. So how about goggles? Goggles would be for skiing and snowboarding, right? Because you're going really fast down the hill. Well, I suppose you could wear them for sledding and tubing, yeah, but mostly skiers or snowboarders wear them, yeah. How about skis? You would need that for skiing, of course, right? Ski boots, you would need that for skiing, right? Ski poles for skiing, right? Yeah, and a helmet. You could wear a helmet for skiing and snowboarding, and like I said, Grandma Kitty probably should wear one when she goes sledding too. And snowboard, you need that when you go snowboarding, right? And a sled for sledding, and a tube for tubing. Oh, have I convinced you to go downhill? This all sounds like fun, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is a way in the wintertime that you can go downhill and have fun, and as long as you're not with Grandma Kitty going downhill. Yeah, so, you know, when you go up the top of the mountain, you just got to find a way to get yourself back down, don't you? Yeah. Oh, speaking of getting down, I think it's time to move on to Move and Groove. I brought the Get Down song. Do you remember that? We did that quite a while ago. Yeah, and you might remember when I did this song before, I had trouble getting back up after I got down. Yeah, one time I had to bring my grandson to help me, but I've been practicing this song, and I think that I can do it. So hop up off that couch and get ready to move and groove with me. And remember that when you move and groove, it makes your heart happy, because that's what your heart was made to do. All right, hop up and let's see what we have here. Here we go. time. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of myself. So, have you ever heard that saying, practice makes perfect? Well, look, it worked. I practiced and I practiced and I practiced and it worked. So, when you practice, you get better, better, better. Yeah, so if you want to learn to ski or snowboard, well, you just have to practice, practice, practice. Yeah, so, all right, let's move on to our bee basket and see what we have here. Now remember, our bee basket, that is the things we want to be. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, well, this is a very appropriate bee. Would you look at that? Be adventurous. Oh, now, do you know what it means to be adventurous? Well, it means to be willing to try something new, to experience new ideas, or try something you've never done before, like skiing, for example. If you've never tried skiing or snowboarding, well, maybe you should give it a try. You might find that you're very good at it, yeah. I mean, how would you know that you like swimming or riding your bike if you'd never tried, right? So you should try skiing or snowboarding and see, maybe you like it. What's that? Why don't I try skiing? Oh, well, I don't think I want to try skiing downhill. Oh, no, that's just not for Grandma Kitty. No, I'm too old for that. You know, there's a saying, I told you there's a saying, practice makes perfect. Well, there's also a saying that says, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. No. I mean, not that I'm an old dog or anything. What's that? Why do I have white hair if I'm not old? Well, that's a family trait. Yep. You see, in my family, we turn white at a very early age. Yes, I started getting white hair when I was only 22. And since I'm 24 now, you can see how quickly my hair turned white. Yeah. Oh well. But skiing is just not for me. No, just not my thing. Not skiing or snowboarding. No. Now, maybe sledding or tubing. Maybe I could handle something like that. But you, my goodness, you are young, yes, and you're full of energy, and you're flexible and hopefully better balanced than Grandma Kitty is, yeah. So get out there and explore the world. I mean, try some new things. Be adventurous, yeah. If they offer winter sports at your school, well, sign up for them. You might find that you have some hidden talent you didn't even know that you had. You might find that you're very good at skiing and you didn't even know it, yeah. So you might find out you're very good at going downhill, yeah. Yeah, so going downhill, it just does not have to be a bad experience. No, not at all. No. So be adventurous and find those talents inside of you that you didn't know that you had. Yeah. So, well, this has all been very interesting today, hasn't it? Yeah. So, now when someone tells you that things are all going downhill, you can tell them that that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because it can be a lot of fun to go downhill when you're skiing or when you're snowboarding or when you're sledding or tubing, right? That can be a fun thing to go downhill. So going downhill doesn't have to be bad. Yeah, so get outside and get some fresh air and be adventurous and try something new. We still have a lot of winter left, yeah, so get out there and try something new and make sure you dress warmly. You wear all your proper winter apparel, yeah. Be safe and have some fun going downhill, yeah. So, well, I think that about does it for today. You take care, you stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you next time. Bye-bye.